builder of the separate forms or appearances. The soul also, through the quality of love, produces the fusion of appearance and of quality, of awareness and of form. See, the soul is, and your words limit and distort, a unit of light, colored by a particular ray vibration. It is a vibrating center of energy found within the appearance, or form of its entire ray life. It is one of 7 groups of millions of lives, which in their totality constitute the one life. From its very nature, the soul is conscious or aware in 3 directions. It is God-conscious. It is group-conscious. It is self-conscious. This self-conscious aspect is brought to fruition in the phenomenal appearance of a human being. The group-conscious aspect retains the human state of consciousness, but adds to it awareness of its ray life, progressively unfolded. Its awareness then is the awareness of love, of quality, of spirit in its relationships. It is God-conscious only potentially, and in that unfoldment lies, for the soul, its own growth upward and outward after its self-conscious aspect is perfected, and its group awareness is recognized. The soul therefore has the following points, or appearances. O. Consciousness of God, of solar system. Unity. The soul O. Consciousness of the ray, of one of the 7, of divine quality. Group consciousness. Aspirant O. Self-consciousness, awareness of appearance. Diversity of form life. Aspirants who are studying and training themselves to live the life of service might be regarded as having reached the point where the line is to be found. To visualize this correctly, the sign should be regarded as in rapid revolution, thus producing a turning wheel, which is the wheel of life. Let me again repeat. 1. The soul is the Son of God, the product of the union of spirit and matter. 2. The soul is an embodiment of conscious mind, the expression, if one might so phrase it, of divine intelligent awareness. 3. The soul is a unit of energy, vibrating in unison with one of the 7 ray lives, and colored by a particular ray light. The personality of the soul is intended to be an embodiment of love, applied with intelligence and producing those attractive forms which will serve to express that loving intelligence. The soul in its turn is intended to be the embodiment of divine purpose or will, intelligently applied in the great creative work, which is produced through the power of creative love. Each son of God can say, I am born of the love of the Father for the Mother, of the desire of life for form. I express, therefore, the love and the magnetic attractiveness of the God nature, and the responsiveness of the form nature, and I am consciousness itself, aware of deity or life. Each intelligent point of life can say, I am the product of intelligent will, working through intelligent activity and producing a world of created forms which embody or veil the loving purpose of deity. Each vibrating unit of energy can say, I am part of a divine whole, which in its septenary nature expresses the love and life of the one reality, colored by one of the 7 qualities of the love of deity and responsive to the other qualities. For our purposes in this treatise, we must grasp the fact that the world of appearances is energized by and vibrating to the world of qualities, or values, which world, in its turn, is energized by or vibrating to the world of purpose or of will. Therefore, as is stated in the Secret Doctrine and in a treatise on cosmic fire, the electric fire of will, and the solar fire of love, in cooperation with fire by friction, produce the world of created and creative forms. These proceed under the law of attractive magnetic love towards the evolutionary accomplishment of a purpose at present inscrutable. This purpose remains unknown only on account of the limitations of the appearance, which is not yet responsive to the quality. When the illusory appearance, and the veiled quality of the life, are known and comprehended, the underlying purpose will emerge with clarity. Indications of this can be dimly sensed, and the attribute of this growing awareness can be noted in the tendency of modern thought to speak of patterns and of plans, of blueprints and synthetic formulations, of ideas, and in the tracing of historical developments, national, racial, human and psychological. As we read, ponder and study, the dim outlines of the plan appear, but until the consciousness has transcended all human limitations and has included the subhuman, as well as the superhuman, within its range of contacts, the true plan cannot be rightly grasped. The will, lying behind the purpose, cannot be understood, until the consciousness has transcended even that of the superhuman man, and has become one with the divine. Will or the energy of life are synonymous terms and are an abstraction, existing apart from all form expression. The will to be emerges from outside the solar system altogether. It is the all-pervading energy of God which informs with the fraction of itself the solar system, and yet remains outside. Plan and purpose concern the emanating energies of that central life, and involve duality, will or the life urge plus attractive magnetic love which, in its turn, is the response of the vibrating universal substance to the impact of the energy of will. This initial activity precedes the creative process of form building. And the play of the divine will on the ocean of space, matter, or etheric substance produced the first differentiation into the major rays, and their mutual interplay produced the minor four rays. Thus the seven emanations, the seven potencies and the seven rays came into manifestation. They are the seven breaths of the one life, the seven basic energies. They stream forth from the center formed by the impact of the will of God on divine substance, and divided into seven streams of force. The radius of the influence of these seven streams determined the extent, or scope of activity of the solar system and, outlined, the limits of the form of the incarnated cosmic Christ. Each of these seven streams or emanations of energy was colored by a divine quality, an aspect of love, and all of them were needed for the ultimate perfecting of the latent and unrevealed purpose. The will of deity colored the stream of energy units, which we call by the name of the ray of will or power, the first ray, and the impact of that stream on the matter of space ensured that the hidden purpose of deity would inevitably and eventually be revealed. It is a ray of such dynamic intensity, that we call it the ray of the destroyer. It is not as yet functioning actively. It will come into full play only, when the time comes for the purpose to be safely revealed. Its units of energy in manifestation in the human kingdom, are very few. As I earlier said, there is not a true first-ray type in incarnation as yet. Its main potency is to be found in the mineral kingdom, and the key to the mystery of the first ray is to be found in radium. In the vegetable kingdom the second ray is peculiarly active, producing among other things the magnetic attractiveness of flowers. The mystery of the second ray is found to be hidden in the significance of the perfume of flowers. Perfume and radium are related, being emanatory expressions of ray effects upon differing groupings of material substance. The third ray is, in its turn, peculiarly related to the animal kingdom, producing the tendency to intelligent activity which we note in the higher domestic animals. The correspondence to radioactivity and to emanatory perfumes which we found in the mineral and vegetable kingdoms, we here call devotion, the characteristic of the attractive interplay between the domestic animals and man. Devotees of personalities might more rapidly transmute that devotion into its higher correspondence love of principles, if they realized that they were only displaying an animal emanation. The desire of the deity expresses itself through the second ray of love wisdom. Desire is a word which has been prostituted to cover the tendency of humanity to crave material things, or those pleasures, which bring satisfaction to the sensuous nature. It is applied to those conditions which will satisfy the personality, but in the last analysis, desire is essentially love. This desire expresses itself by attractiveness, by its capacity to draw to itself and into the radius of its influence that which is loved. It is the bond of coherence, and is that principle of magnetic cohesion which lies behind all creative work and which produces the emergence into the light of manifestation of those forms or appearances through which it is possible to satisfy desire. The second ray is preeminently the ray of applied consciousness, and works through the creation and development of those forms which are found throughout the universe. They are essentially mechanisms for the development of responsiveness, or awareness. They are sensitive machines, responsive to an enveloping environment. This is true of all forms, from that of a crystal to that of a solar system. They have been created in the great process of satisfying desire and of providing the media of contact which will guarantee a progressive satisfaction. In the human family, the effect of this dual interplay of life, desiring satisfaction, and of form, providing the field of experience, is a consciousness which is striving towards a love of the formless instead of desire for form, and the wise adaptation of all experience to the process of transmuting desire into love. Hence this ray is, par excellence, the dual ray of the solar logos himself, and hence colors all manifested forms, directing all consciousness in all forms in all kingdoms of nature, and in all fields of development. It carries the life through the range of forms in that basic search or urge for the attainment of bliss through the satisfaction of desire. This urge and the interaction of the pairs of opposites produce the varying types of conscious reaction to experience which, in their main stages, we call consciousness, animal consciousness, and allied differentiating phrases. The second ray is the ray of deity itself, and is colored by distinctive aspects of desire or love. They produce the totality of the manifested appearances, animated by the life which determines the quality. The Father, Spirit or Life, wills to seek the satisfaction of desire. The Mother or Matter meets the desire, and is attracted also by the Father. Their mutual response initiates the creative work, and the Son is born, inheriting from the Father the urge to desire, or love, and from the Mother the tendency actively to create forms. Thus, in the language of symbolism, have the form worlds come into being, and through the evolutionary work the process is going forward of satisfying the desire of spirit. Thus in the two major rays of will and love we have the two main characteristics of the divine nature, which lie latent behind all the myriad of forms. The eons will see these two energies steadily dominating all appearance, and driving the created world on to a full display of the divine nature. This is true of gods and men. But in the same way in which the Father contributes to the Son the divine qualities of will and love, so the Mother contributes much also, and the initial duality is increased and the qualities are enhanced by the addition of the quality inherent in matter itself, the quality or ray of intelligent activity. This is the third of the divine attributes and completes, if I may so express it, the equipment of the appearing forms, and predisposes all creation to an intelligent appreciation of the true goal of desire and to an intelligent use of the technique of form building in order to reveal divine purpose.